I wake before dawn, the carriage clock on my marble mantle purrs 4:20 past the gloaming, and my silk coverlet already feels damp with dread. For today I am to visit Unicorn University, the academy that promised my papa it would turn his tender heiress into a sorceress of code. I have dressed in my most innocent muslin, the color of tired moonlight, because I thought soft cloth might coax soft treatment from the world, yet the very fibers cling to my skin like accusatory fingers. Outside, the fog tastes of copper pennies and old coal smoke. I imagine it is the breath of every student who ever entered that place and never received a reply. The hansom rolls through crooked lanes where posters still cling to brick, their edges curled like dead petals. Each poster bears the same prismatic horse with a horn photoshopped so clumsily the shadow falls the wrong way. I trace the glitter letters with my gloved finger, step into your mythic future. My stomach makes a tiny wet knot, the way it did when cousin Vasily told me Santa was not real. I whisper to the horse in the picture, please be real, but the paper crackles back, empty. At the gate, a boy in a polyester, tabard the shade of cheap bubblegum asks for my acceptance parchment. I present the vellum my governess helped me seal with green wax. He squints, shrugs, and says, I do not know if this is in the system, then turns to scroll his telephone. I wait 11 minutes by the church bell. Each minute drips slower than treacle on a winter's sill. When I dare to clear my throat, he waves me off the way one shoos a curious goose. Inside my boots my toes lose feeling, not from cold, but from the first brush of invisibility. I understand then that the administration is a ghost ship, sailing without crew, and I am already forgotten cargo. They herd us into what they call the Rainbow Atrium, a hall painted with every flavor of sherbet melted together until none can breathe. The ceiling bulbs flicker at the frequency of anxiety. I know because my governess once read that strobe lights faster than 10 hertz kindle panic in the gentle brain. The bulbs here pulse at 14. The air itself feels sugared, yet the sweetness is counterfeit, like kissing a mirror smeared with syrup. I taste metal behind my teeth and realize the paint fumes are mingling with the cleaning bleach, birthing some new poison that has never been named. My eyes begin to sting in rhythmic beats, conducting a private requiem. We are told to sit upon stools carved in the shape of crescent moons. The lacquer is sticky, the same sticky that clings to tavern tables after cider night, only here no one has ever wiped it. When I peel my muslin skirt free, it makes a sound like a sob. I look about for a tutor, any adult who might explain the schedule, but the staff drift past wearing headsets, their gazes fixed on middle distance, as if they are listening to a secret ocean no student will ever hear. I raise my gloved hand. The gesture hangs in the sherbet air until my arm trembles. Nobody collects it. This is how small rejections calcify into bone-deep certainty that you do not matter. After an eternity measured in heartbeats, they herd us into lecture warrens where the projectors hum louder than the tutor. The first module is titled Unicorn Systems Architecture, words that glitter on the slide like frost, yet when the tutor speaks every sentence ends in an upward question, as though he too doubts his scripture. He shows us dashboards built inside dashboards, nesting dolls of menus, each labeled with cutesy glyphs, stars, hearts, rainbows. He declares these are industry standard. I later learn real companies use tools whose names sound like surnames of grumpy engineers, not like nursery rhymes. The disconnect feels like being told gravity works sideways because the teacher needs it to. The test arrives through a candy floss application that locks my screen if I glance away for 4 seconds. The warning blares in Magent.
A suspicious eye movement detected. My pulse leaps to hide behind my ribs. I am not attempting deceit. I am only trying to remember which shade of pastel denotes a server and which a database, because the icons differ solely in hue. The software records every twitch of my pupils, yet the boy beside me openly copies answers from a folded paper on his knee. The algorithm does not see him. It sees only my frightened blinking. Injustice tastes of pennyroyal, bitter and cold. I realize the system is not designed to catch cheats, but to manufacture the illusion of surveillance.
The businesses that ring Unicorn University feel like they were all built on the same rainy Monday, the kind of Monday where the last person in the world you want to meet is the one holding the cash register. I have walked the blocks, I have listened to the receipts scream, and I have come back with a single tired sentence around here: hope is always sold separately, and it is never in stock. Start with the spas, because that is where tired feet go to cry. Cocoon Day Spa sits under a neon sign that promises sanctuary, but the only thing sanctuary about it is the price list. Every treatment begins with a lecture on rules you did not know existed and ends with a tip jar that swallows your card before you can say, relax. One woman drove in from Oakland for a couple's massage, rain drumming on her windshield like a warning. The receptionist had written down only one name, shrugged, and pointed at the policy sheet as if the paper itself would dry her hair. Another guest, 9 months pregnant, asked for pillows that never arrived. The therapist started at her shoulders, jumped to her feet, and finished somewhere near her passport. They offered store credit, then forgot to send it, the way you forget a dream you never wanted to have. If you book, bring your own empathy, they are fresh out. Slide a few doors down and you will smell the Province International Fusion before you see it, a casino restaurant wearing a tuxedo 2 sizes too big. The menu photographs are passport photos, glossy, hopeful, nothing like the real face. The calamari arrives with the texture of a rubber stamp, the Philly steak tastes like someone whispered the word mushroom over sliced bread, and the chow mein loses a duel to mall food. A birthday table waited 45 minutes while staff wiped other people's spilled margaritas in slow motion. When the party finally stood to leave, no one apologized. The host simply handed them a rewards card for the slot machines, as if heartbreak could be comped. They add 20% tip in invisible ink, so your bill feels like a magic trick you never asked to see. Eat here only if you have already lost something more valuable than money. Across the street, Hot 8 Yoga glows like a phone screen at 3 in the morning, promising detox and rebirth. Inside, the floors sweat more than the students' crushed granola clings to the corners like confetti from a party no one enjoyed. One man arrived 2 minutes late, traffic, parking, life, and watched his prepaid spot given away with a smile sharp enough to shave guilt. A woman noticed her card quietly charged $234 months after she had said goodbye. The front desk blamed the new guy, the way castles blame the drawbridge. Mirrors are fogged not by heat but by fingerprints of every person who tried to wave for help. They keep a Buddha statue on the floor, toes level with dust, so even the divine feels stuck here. Bring your own towel, your own honesty, and maybe your own floor, because the one they have is growing a second skin. Finally, the nail bars, where vanity goes to bled. Kitchen nail bar sounds cute until you learn that builder gel is removed with the enthusiasm of peeling duct tape from a sunburn. One client felt her real nail rip away. The technician shrugged, offered to cover the wound with more acrylic, like painting a bandage on a crime scene. Another left with an infection blooming under polished toes. The salon refused to investigate, afraid the polish might testify. They book you at 12:45 sharp, slam the door on fresh air because it is cold, then let you wait until the clock feels like a practical joke. If you ask for a third coat of color, they charge $5 per brushstroke. If you beg for water, they are suddenly out. If you complain, they speak rapid Vietnamese over your head like subtitles you were never meant to read. Your nails will look fine in the dark, which is where you will want to keep them.
So this is the truth I owe you. The blocks around Unicorn University are a museum of almost. Almost relaxing, almost delicious, almost spiritual, almost beautiful. Every cash register sings the same lullaby. Policy, surcharge policy. Until you realize the real product on sale is your own patience, marked up 20% and served lukewarm. If you must stay here, travel light. Bring your own kindness, your own towel, your own dinner, your own nail file, your own sense of worth. The neighborhood will not offer them, but it will charge you for the empty space where they should have been.
So I am looking into crimes near Unicorn University, because I care about people and I want to warn them about what's going on in that area. It's really sad, to be honest. So businesses near Unicorn University are they can be really shady, Like I found this one story about a shopping scam at Mokot W Gallery, which is not far from the university. Apparently these scammers were posing as magicians and they were operating in a shopping center. I mean, who does that? It's so wrong. They were targeting shoppers, and I am guessing they made a lot of money from unsuspecting tourists. I hope they got caught, but I am not holding my breath. The police did detain them, but I am guessing they'll just find a way to do it again. And then there's this handbag return fraud at another shopping gallery. This woman, she was 43 years old and she tried to return a used handbag, claiming it was new. Can you believe it? She got caught, of course, and now she is facing up to 8 years in prison. I mean, it is sad, but it is also like, what were you thinking? You are going to get caught and your life is going to be ruined. I hope she learned her lesson. And then there is this self-checkout perfume scam.